Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the starting 11 show. Sheffield United versus Everton. I just feel like I'm rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic every time I have to pick a team. It's the same old, isn't it? But you know what? It stirs conversation, and people can have a good moan. So here we go. In goal, I'm going to go for Joe Virginia. No, I'm not. I'm going to go for Jordan Pickford. Yeah. Stecklenberg can play on Sunday because it's his last game. But for this one, Jordan Pickford can start the game. There you go. Right back, Seamus Coleman. Start for me. I think he's done all right since the lockdown. It does look like, Sidderby now is absolutely done, isn't he? Really, he had a little bit of a knock and he's come back, but he hasn't really been involved that much. And I think the manager's made his mind up on him, and I don't think we really see too much of him, unless Seamus gets an injury or whatever. So Seamus Coleman to start at right back. At left back, Luca Dean, and again, it's been probably one of our best players, if not our best player since the lockdown. Very consistent. But for him, unfortunately, the person who plays ahead of him seems that there's an inconsistency there, so that's not been great for him. But yeah, so Luca Dean at left back. Centre backs, we've only got 2 fit, so it's going to be Michael Keane and Jared Branthwaite will make his first start in an Everton jersey. And yeah, what I saw of him the other night, I thought I was really encouraged by that. Looks a good prospect. I mean, I don't think him and Keane are suited to play together because they're sort of the same kind of player, but that might be okay against Sheffield United, just because of the way they play. But looks a real good talent. Only young, and it's good that he's going to get the experience. The manager's already said he'll play the last 2 games, so it's good that he'll get that experience for the end of the season. It's ideal, really. Let's be honest. You got a young player there sitting on the bench, and it's ideal to give him a couple of games and the different experiences. And there's no real pressure on him as such, so he can go out there and play. And then hopefully at the beginning of next season, make a decision on whether they keep him at the club or they try and get him a loan. And the thing about a loan now is you'd look at a loan for him and you'd be looking at high-end championship at the, because he looks a real talent. You'd want him to play every single game because he does look a talent. So, and I'm not going to try and I'm not going to heap any pressure on him, but it's great that he's starting the 2 games for him and Michael Keane at centre back. On the right, I've gone for Theo Walcott. Obviously scored the other night. For me, what I like about Theo Walcott compared to other players is he's direct. He's direct, and he gets in the box, or he tries to get in the box. His goal the other night showed, if a cross comes in from the left, he'll always try and be on it. He's not everyone's cup of tea. He's not, obviously, his best years are behind him. But he's direct. He doesn't put his foot on the ball like whoever else is playing there, whether it be Iwobi or whoever. He likes to go at people, and I'm encouraged by that. And that's the kind of winger I want at Everton. I don't want the same kind of plays. You need something different. And if you get the ball to Iwobi, I think to Theo, I think he'll try and take the fullback on rather than stop and go in field. I think that adds something to our game. And whether it adds a lot or a little, it adds something to our game. So Theo Walcott for me on the right. On the left, Anthony Gordon, going to bring him back on the side. I think probably good that he doesn't play every game just for his own, for him, for his body, to give him a rest. But I think now's the chance to play him. And I think there's enough of a gap between this game and Sunday's game against Bournemouth that he can play in both games. So I'd definitely play him in both games. Again, getting him more games of football. And what we've seen of him so far is, again, really encouraging. He'll do things that other players won't really attempt. He wants to be direct. He wants to take people on. And that's a really important thing when you've got centre midfielders who won't go forward. And I think it encourages the fullback to go forward as well, if they know that the winger's going to go forward. There's no point the fullbacks going forward if the wingers keep on coming in field. And the other night, what was disappointing the other night was Bernard started really well and had a really good link up with Dean, but it just dried up after about 15-20 minutes. So I'd bring Anthony Gordon back. In the centre midfield, I'm going to go with Andre Gomez and Tom Davies. Again, it's between them two and Gylfi Sigurdsson, and I don't really want Gylfi Sigurdsson in my team. So it's going to be them two. Gomez, I thought the last 15 minutes against Villa did really well. And if he had someone alongside him who could get up and down the pitch, then I think I still think there's something in Andre Gomez. I haven't written him off at all. I think if them two can sit and we have two players wide who are direct, I think that would really help us. I still think we'll get dominated in there, don't get me wrong, but I think, as I said before, it's just moving deck chairs about, isn't it? And up front, it's Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison for me. And I know Dominic Calvert-Lewin's not in good form, and I don't think Richarlison's in that much better form, but Moise Keane, when he comes off the bench, does nothing to impress me at all. He doesn't change the game. He doesn't get in the game half the time. Now, listen, the manager might decide Dom, it simply hasn't worked for Dom in lockdown. He's worked hard. And maybe it's a case that in some of the games, maybe he should have took Dom out and give Moise Keane a chance. And now this might be the opportunity. And that's fair enough if the manager decides. He's already said he's not leaving the club. He's going to be here next season. So if he decides to play him the last two games, then I can't really argue with that, because Dominic Calvert-Lewin he's just, I wouldn't say he's got continually worse. He just doesn't look the player he was before lockdown. He hasn't been getting chances, and then when he does get a chance, he snatches at those chances. Dom's the kind of player who doesn't go looking for the ball. He needs to be provided with chances. He's a little bit different than Richarlison in that matter. The manager decides he wants to start with Moise Keane, so be it. And then maybe we'll see something off him. But for me, I'd keep Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison and hope that they can make something happen. We'll have to wait and see. That's my starting 11. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let us know. Let us know in there. Give this video a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you want more great videos, make sure you check out Patreon. The link is in the description. We'll be doing a watch along for this game, so check that out over on YouTube if you want to get involved. You need a bit of company while you're watching the game. Also, check out our exclusive interview with Yannick Bolasie. Really, really interesting chat with him about his time at Everton so far and the injury and trying to get back from the injury and hopefully the opportunity this pre-season to try and break back into that Everton squad. It is really, really refreshing to hear a current Everton player, talking about the trials and tribulations of being a footballer. So make sure you check that out as well. Thanks for watching. See you later.